Now gather around here, children. Come on. Come Rudolph. Come Dasher. Come Prancer and Vixen. Come Comet. Come Cupid. Come Donner and Blitzen. Boy, I don't care if that's y'all's name or not. Get your butt over here. Now, once upon a time, long, long ago, in a land far, far away, there was a place called Baltimore, Maryland. And in this land, there was a college student named Kermit. Now, Kermit was your typical college student, puffed a little lie, and went to class sometimes, was at the go-go whenever possible, and couldn't stand house music. You know, typical. Well, Kermit had an apartment off campus, along with his roommate, Cuz. And they did all of the crazy stuff that you could possibly imagine that two 20-year-old youngins living off campus of a college in the hood could possibly do. Yeah. Well, one day, Kermit and Cuz was at the liquor store. And as they were walking in, on the side of the store, they saw three guys that they thought were bending down to shoot dice. But as they got closer, they realized that they were gathered around a kitten. That's strange, a kitten at a liquor store. As Kermit and Cuz were walking back out of the store, they noticed that the three guys were tormenting the kitten and throwing stuff at it. So they both went over there and broke it up. They may have been knuckleheads, but they both like animals, Kermit in particular. They asked the guys who the kitten belonged to, and they said they didn't know. It was just walking around out here. So Kermit and Cuz looked at each other. Then they picked up the kitten and walked back to the car. Now they didn't have a plan. They really didn't know what to do. But they both understood what would happen to that kitten if they left him out there in that environment. You can use your imagination. So the little gray kitten had a home. I guess you could call it that. These two were hardly fit to be responsible for anyone or anything, but their hearts were in the right place. I guess. Well, the guy's first order of business was to give this kitten a name. So after much deliberation, Shorty Bebop was claimed. Man, these guys are insane. Shorty Bebop had a pretty wild ride living with Kermit and Cuz. He was part of a bachelor pad. Different girls in his face all the time. That's whenever they were there, of course. Most of the time, he was alone. If the two guys wasn't in class, they were partying and running the streets. And with them having an apartment off campus, a lot of times the party was at their spot. And as you can imagine, that was pretty stressful for a kitten. These guys didn't know anything about cats. They would get him whatever cat food they could get their hands on. So he was eating different food all the time. A lot of times, they would just feed him whatever they were eating. And these knuckleheads wasn't cooking a lot, so that was McDonald's and Burger King, stuff like that. And sometimes, instead of water in his dish, they would give him beer. Poor Shorty. Then one day, Kermit was walking out the door to talk to someone out front, and Shorty Bebop squeezed out the door behind him and hid in the bushes by the front door. He waited until Kermit went back inside and shut the door to be certain that he wasn't seen. And then he ran. He ran and ran and ran some more. Although he couldn't run too far, he had a hangover from the night before. He ducked under a car to catch his breath. And then it started to dawn on him what he had done. Sure, life with Kermit wasn't the best, but now he had no one. He started to get scared. Now he was right back where he started from. He decided that he would turn back. But when he tried, he realized that he couldn't remember how to get back. Now he was lost. Fear really started to set in for Shorty Bebop. What had he done? He thought, I know, maybe this is a dream. If I lay down and go to sleep, when I wake up, I'll be back at the bachelor's pad. So Shorty Bebop curled up under the car and went to sleep. When he opened his eyes again, it was dark and he was still under the car. As he sat up, a sadness came over him. He was missing Kermit and Cuz. He was also starting to get hungry. What he wouldn't do for a Big Mac right now. He had to do something. He peeked out from under the car and saw an alley. He saw something moving. Wait a minute. I need to take a break. Excuse you? Okay, I'm back. So, where was I? Oh yeah. Shorty Bebop saw something moving. So he came from up under the car to get a better look. And what he saw blew his mind. There were 5 or 6 gray cats just like him scurrying around. He got excited. Maybe they could help him get back home and help him get something to eat. He cautiously crept into the alley. When these cats saw him, however, they all ran except for one. So Shorty came up to him and introduced himself. Hello, I'm Shorty Bebop, the little gray cat, he said. I was excited to see other little gray cats like me. I'm hungry and lost. I hope you and your friends can help me out." So the other cat looked at Shorty strange and said, "I'm Ricky the Rat. I ain't no damn cat. I don't hardly get down like that. Where you from, homie? This is Baltimore City. That's all I can do for your directions. As far as food, I ain't gonna help you get jack. But it's 3 dumpsters back here. The humans put stuff in them twice a day. The rules around here are finders, keepers. Whatever you find is yours. I'm out." And he walked off. So was this Shorty's new reality? If he ventured off, it could get worse. At least he had a food source. Maybe Kermit would find him. After all, he hadn't gone that far. He decided to stay. So time passed by. Days turned into weeks, and then weeks turned into months. Shorty Bebop was no longer a kitten. He was now a cat. And as far as Ricky the Rat, he and his crew now accepted Shorty Bebop as one of their own, and he accepted them back. Cat or rat, rat or cat, they all funky as hell out there in that garbage. Then one day, a truck pulled into their alley. Shorty saw a young guy with a cap on his head, just like Kermit used to wear. Could this be Kermit coming to get him? Shorty ran from behind the dumpster towards the man by the truck, straight into his net. You see, someone had called about a stray cat in the alley behind the carryout, and this was the man that had come to take him to the shelter. Poor Shorty. Now he was never going home. And not only will he miss Kermit and Cuz, but now he will miss Ricky the Rat and his crew too. Shorty's been through a lot in his young life, but now he's in a cage. Is this rock bottom? He can't run or jump. He can't walk too far this way or that way. What is this? Poor Shorty. But wait, people keep coming up to him smiling. That feels good. He hadn't felt that in a long time. And they keep giving him food. He doesn't have to look through the garbage. He's never hungry anymore. And he's got 2 little toys to play with now. He's never had a toy before. Break time. Now you young whippersnapper, shut up. You know when you get old, your chicken keeps running. Whew. Anybody there? Oh. Here we go. Who's this lady? Wasn't she here yesterday? She sure smiles a lot. Now the humans are opening Shorty Bebop's cage and picking him up. Oh no, what now? Are they taking him back to the alley? No, it's another cage, but this one is softer. There's that lady again. She sure does smile a lot. She tells Shorty that her name is Missy. Shorty asks her why she smiles so much, but she doesn't answer. She carries Shorty in the soft cage into her house and lets him out. Shorty's eyes get big as saucers. What is this place? It's big, and there's soft stuff under his feet. Every step he takes, soft stuff. Wow. Missy shows him his own cat tree. She shows him several scratching posts and an array of toys. Did Shorty Bebop die and wake up in cat heaven? As the days go by, he's eating the same food every day, and he loves it. He always has fresh water and a clean litter box. And Missy won't stop smiling. Shorty wonders if she's trying to show off her teeth, but they are building quite the bond. Shorty is happier than he's ever been. He notices, though, that she is putting the black box up to her ear more and more. She doesn't leave him alone very much, but she is starting to do so a little more often. Shorty believes that when she goes out these extra times, she is seeing a boy human. He knows this because those are the times that she sprays the stinky stuff on her neck before she leaves. Then one day it's confirmed. Missy tells Shorty Bebop to be on his best behavior that evening because a boy human is coming over to meet him. Later on that evening, when the boy human arrives, Missy says to Shorty, "Shorty Bebop, I'd like you to meet Kermit